Okay, so I'm going to show you the procedure for replacing this top tank, whether you're just swapping out the whole tank or removing the tank and rebedding it. It's going to be the same procedure either way. All you're going to need for this is a 5-gallon bucket and some of this 3/8 tubing. I'm going to place the bucket back there and I'm going to connect the 3/8 tubing to this 3/8 shutoff valve here on the back of the unit and just put that tube into the bucket. And then we're going to go ahead, we're going to disconnect the brine tubing. So that's a push lock connection, just push in on the inner collar, pull out on the brine tubing. And we're going to use this to allow the tank to breathe when it's draining so that we can empty the tank more easily. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and cycle the unit to backwash by pressing and holding set change until you see 4 zeros. Let go, press and hold set change again. And as soon as it gets to backwash, we're just going to move it to step 2, which is the brine rinse. So when you see a 110, go ahead and press and hold set change again. Now once you see 260, we're in brine draw. First, check and make sure you've got suction on the end of this tube. As long as you do, go ahead and open the 3/8 shutoff valve in the back of the unit, and then you can go ahead and turn the bypass valves on the back of the head. And we just want to hold this tube up and just allow the unit to drain out that tubing into the bucket or into a floor drain if you have one nearby. All right, so I've gone ahead and let this drain until there's no more water coming out of that 3/8 tubing. So first I'm going to go ahead and turn off that 3/8 shutoff valve. I'm going to remove that tubing and set it aside. Now we're ready to remove this top tank. I'm going to take my bucket, and just in case there's any additional water that comes out when I remove the top tank, I'm going to lift it up and hold it over the bucket. Just unscrew that nut and then lift this up and off. And then go ahead and put that top tank back on. And you don't really need to press this down, just set it on there and start turning that nut and let the nut do the work. It's gonna pull that O-ring in and create the seal. Again, this is something that you can just hand tighten. You don't need to use any kind of a tool to snug that up. And don't forget to reconnect your brine tubing. So we're gonna take that and make sure you push it firmly all the way into the connection on top of the brine tube. We're still in the brine rinse cycle, step 2. So if you've unplugged your unit, you can plug it in and you'll be right where you left it in step 2. If you left it unplugged, or if you left it plugged in like I did, you see we've got 45 minutes left in this step. We don't need to stay in this step any longer than what it takes to just confirm that we've got suction. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the inlet. I'm going to open up the outlet. And I just want to make sure that I've got brine draw. Because I unplugged this tube and plugged it back in, I want to make sure that I got a good airtight connection. So once you confirm that you've got suction, it is pulling brine out of the brine tank, we can go ahead and move it to step 3 by pressing and holding the set change button. Step 3 is rapid rinse. Because we've got new carbon in here, I just want to leave it in this step until the water is running clear. So this step's going to run for 10 minutes. You can leave it for the full 10 minutes or until you see water running clear out of the drain line, whichever comes first. And once you've got no more fines coming out of the drain line, the water's running clear, go ahead and press and hold set change to move it to 4. Now, if you've got pre-fill enabled, it's going to go straight home after step 3. It's not going to go to step 4. But if you've got post-fill turned on like we have, it's going to go to step 4, but we don't need to stay in that step because we didn't draw enough water out of the brine tank to really need to refill it. So press and hold set change one more time to move it back home. And then lastly, I would just open up a cold tap downstream and just let it run for 5 to 10 minutes. Make sure you got all the air out of your lines and make sure that there's no more carbon fines coming through the water in your service lines. You might have some cloudiness coming through, that's normal. There's some air in the tank that's gonna work its way through, and also the new carbon, as it soaks, as it absorbs that water, it's gonna give off some air as well. So it's normal to have some cloudiness, some air micro bubbles in the water for the first day or so after you change your carbon out. But just let that cold tap run until you don't have any fines coming through, and then you're ready to go.